This episode is brought to you by Original Grain, who makes the dopest timepieces that are not only great for your watch, but they're also good for the environment because they make them out of reclaimed beer barrels, whiskey barrels, ocean plastics,
military cases,
ammo cases. They use old materials that have existed in the world that have character with them, and they turn them into really cool watches and other products. So right now I'm wearing the Whiskey Espresso watch, which is made from an old reclaimed whiskey barrel, which is super cool. And Dad's wearing the Brewmaster, which is made out of a beer barrel.
I love it.
And he's got the matching ring that he wears as his wedding band, which is made out of the same material.
And it's I got to tell you something. So, I'm a big watch collector and I have a lot of high-end watches. This watch I wear a lot. I get a lot of compliments. It's very light. It's very, very, very reasonably priced. And I got to tell you, the wedding band, since I started wearing it, it's very comfortable, smooth, easy on, easy off. Doesn't feel like it's constricting. I type a lot. I got to tell you, for a guy who's a high-end watch collector, and this is a very reasonable price day-to-day watch, I get a lot of compliments just as much as it was my high-end watches.
So if you head over to originalgrain.com/issues, so that's originalgrain.com/ISSUES, like daddy issues, they're running a 25% off Labor Day sale. So today's the last day. If you use the code issues at checkout, you'll get an extra 5% off the already 25%. So you get a total of 30% off just from listening to the show on all their products. Get it in.
You're going to love it,
Great
guys.
watches.
It really is.
And you're doing something good for the environment as well.
You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid. What up, Ron?
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm a little tired. Why do I
I'm
feel
not a little tired.
Well, that's good. I don't know. I feel like it was a long weekend or whatever. I don't know. Just a little tired.
I got a full 8 hours last night, and I still got to go out last night, and I still got to wake up early for the F1 race this morning, and I didn't drink, so I was not hungover. So I'm feeling on top of the world.
That's good. I feel on top of the world. Just I don't know. Why does it seem like it's been like a long time since we did it?
A week.
All right.
That's how it goes. It's been almost 2 years of that.
Gotcha.
Well, and we had a Patreon in between, but we recorded the Patreon a little early last week.
Okay.
So that's that.
I hear you.
But you say the same thing every single week. So
do you. And why don't you just sit and say, okay, everybody, thank you very much. That was it. And you do our recording thing.
No, but I don't say, it feels like it's been so long.
It does. I don't know why. And I see you a lot. I just don't know why. I guess because the days are so busy, everything. That it seems
we had this exact conversation last episode, and you said, I think it's just because my days are so busy.
I guess I'm consistent then. It's all good. So hello, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend and good week, and we missed you, and hope you missed us, and we are back, and let's see if we get to any topics, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Like, we haven't done political shit in a while because there hasn't been political shit to talk about in a while.
Before we go into that, can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
And I know I talked about this before. So we went to Miami this week and we came back. I actually went back and forth because we had a funeral to go to, which was very sad yesterday. So we came back to Poca.
Thanks for sharing.
I am sharing, but yours is a little sarcastic, so that's not sincere.
No, mine was because it's a bummer to talk about a funeral.
No, it's not. It's part of life. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we came back twice. I'm saying the reason why. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's such a huge fucking trigger for me when people in either the fucking express lane or the fucking left lane and they're going like 60. And you see, like, move the fuck over. It aggravates. No, it really aggravates. And then when you pass them, like when you get on, you still see they like, and you're a dick and passing. Like I pass them in a dickish way so they know I'm being a dick.
Right.
And it's still in the left lane. Like I'll look them like a half mile in my rearview mirror, and you still see them.
So my follow up to that
is they don't know what they're doing. Is that what you're going to say?
I agree with you.
But then they can't. No, like, then they should not be breathing my oxygen.
I agree.
And they're always in Hyundais and like Kias and fucking. They're always in the shitty ones, like not in the nice man.
Like they're always in pre-2008 cars, right, guaranteed.
It's like silver, burgundy, and white, and it's never.
Well, that's most cars.
No, but it's never the like Toyota, the nice Toyota. It's always like the Toyota.
That's from 2008.
Right, well, it's never like the nice Honda. It's the Honda Civic. Like,
right.
They're liberals. Just get the fuck. All I'm saying is, how do you not know? And if you're oblivious, get the fuck. And it's usually mostly women.
So the thing,
sorry, ladies, but it's the truth.
I agree. I'm a very impatient driver. It's one of my flaws, and I try to work on it. And I'm aware of that flaw of mine. That's like one of two flaws in my whole life. So I'm aware of it. That was a joke. I probably have more.
Or they get in like, if there's a car in the middle lane going like 55 and they're going the same speed and I can't get around. I want to hit them.
When they block the...
No, I want to hit them. I do. I want to hit them.
So
you guys know what I'm talking about, right? You fucking know what I'm talking about.
None of our drivers are holding up the left lane, or none of our listeners are holding up the left lane when they drive.
So they know what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Our listeners are fast drivers and or responsible drivers.
Or they're just alphas on the road.
Well, that's what I mean.
Right.
So the problem, though, I feel like there are many times where I do the same thing. I'm behind someone. They're blocking the whole left lane. I'm flashing. I'm honking. I can't get around it because the cars are blocking me on the right.
Giving us some nice flashes. Like, look at the mirror.
So still they don't move. A couple minutes, I'm getting annoyed. So finally I get around them, and I like get around them dickishly too. I'll whip to the right, and then I'll whip back to the left.
Right.
And they still aren't aware. So I really do think that some people just are completely oblivious to that stuff.
That's my point.
But then I can't get angry at them.
No, but see, that's my point.
I can get annoyed.
Those
but
are
I can't.
100% Biden voters, number one. Number two is those people just fucking...
Well, the majority of this country is Biden voters. He was
those are... Well, that's still yet to be determined, and it was fixed. And in addition to that, they are literally the fucking sheep that will be herded. These people that are oblivious, again, drive 55 or 60, I'm cool with it. Again, I'm fine.
No, you should never drive 55.
Listen.
The speed limit's 65. That should be
is
the
that
minimum.
because of the song?
What song?
I can't drive 55.
I don't know that song at all.
Are you retarded?
Maybe.
Type it. It's
no, I'm playing a random old song.
It's fucking Sammy Hagar. You don't know the song?
Sammy Hagar is a random old song, guaranteed.
Okay.
If it's not even Van Halen.
You never heard of I Can't Drive 55?
No, why would I? That's like...
Play for a second.
No, we're going to get demonetized.
Wow. You're gonna dictate?
Yes, I'm the producer of the show.
Yeah, I am the show.
Yes, but I'm the producer.
Okay, Bron.
You always say you have the topics. I don't know something there. Okay, but the thing with the road...
No, it angers me. And I'm sorry. The fact that they're ignorant is not a defense to the law.
Well, the thing is, you're breaking the law. If they're going 60, technically...
the left lane is...
The speed limit is 65.
90. Left lane
I
is
agree
90.
with you. I was going like 97 on the way home. I got home
Bronny,
in 35 minutes.
Just now, you can never run for politics.
Why? They don't... there's no way to prove that.
Okay, I'm just telling you...
we can never run for politics after having this show.
That's
Are you kidding
a trigger thing beyond belief for me.
It triggers me too.
I get aggravated.
But I just try to look at it. If someone... There are a few instances where people are doing it on purpose and they are aware of what they're doing.
Well, then
you
should hit them.
If they're unaware and I still get around them and they're unaware, I try to be a good person and ignore it. The problem with the road is that there should be new road rules written. Like the road, the law speed limit is 65 in all the lanes. It should be dependent on, first of all, it should be 75 or even 80.
It should be 70.
Well, what's the 5? The 5 miles is going to change the world.
85.
No, but see, going any bit over is illegal. You can get a ticket for any bit over. They're not going to do it unless you're going super fast. But literally, if you go 8, like you're breaking the law. So actually, the slow person who you're getting annoyed at, they're a law-abiding citizen.
No,
you're the criminal.
Okay, let me explain something to you. I am 100% correct in what I'm saying with regards to the fact that slower traffic should move to the right lanes.
Of course,
if you want to go slower, that's fine. It's the same fucking thing. You want to be a fucking blue hair? That's great. Works for you, but doesn't mean I have to dye my hair.
But also, you don't know the circumstances. There have been plenty of times where I've been on the road. I'm a very fast driver.
I got to text this guy back. Yeah, I have no choice. This is my roof. He's got to get paid. 1 minute. Yes, I will be home at 6 o'clock, right? Is that right?
It's 5:17 now, so we'll be in this. We'll
6:15.
still be in this at 6.
Come then. Okay. Bronny,
there have been plenty of times where I've driven on the highway where I usually drive 20 miles over the speed limit, where I have to go 20 miles under the speed limit because I have something in my car that's delicate.
Okay,
so there are some times where I'm driving very
fine. Just move the fuck over.
Right? Yeah, fair enough.
I don't care if someone drives 5 fucking miles an hour. Move the fuck over. Period. That's all. It's a trigger. Now I'm getting triggered. See, it's got it fucking hot. Let's move on.
Well, it's very hot in here, but it always.
I lower the air.
Yeah, but you lower it. It takes like 45 minutes.
All right, I should have. It's part of production. You should have lowered it earlier.
I was waiting around in this house for 4 hours.
Right. And therefore, you had 3 hours and 15 minutes
to cool the room down.
I got them. All yours.
Any other topics you want to talk about before I bring mine up?
And then if I really want to go with, and then you see the fucking dumb fuck wearing a mask in the car by themselves in the left lane. Those people
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that in 2 years.
I've seen it. 100% I've seen it. And they should not
like once or twice though. Well, Dad, they're not breathing your oxygen. They're wearing a mask in their own car.
They're breathing my oxygen.
Is your oxygen so valuable that no one, like, we all share the same oxygen?
Those people should not. They should have their own island.
Who determines that? No, or you get your own island.
No.
If you want to remove yourself from society, but you,
it'd be better
that's
off.
what the liberals want to do. They want everyone to abide by their rules. And you're saying, no. And you don't agree with that.
I'm saying if you're wearing a mask by yourself, something's wrong with that person. That's what I'm saying.
What if they're sick and they don't want to spread it?
In there by themselves. Okay, play devil's advocate.
What if they're in an Uber?
Listen,
what if they're an Uber driver?
But that's a different story, but they're not an Uber driver.
How do you know?
I know for a fact.
You know all the
I
Uber
asked them,
drivers
yes.
and their license plates and their registrations.
Yeah. Okay, keep going, Ronnie.
I mean, that makes sense if they're an Uber driver.
They can do what they want.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're by themselves.
Maybe they're on their way to pick up someone.
But they're still by themselves.
Right, but...
Seriously?
But they're trying not to infect
their whole
car.
life. Up till 2 years ago, they all went without a mask. Now they're wearing a mask.
Of
Infect
course.
the car with what?
Things...
With
COVID.
what? What? Fucking... oh, give me a fucking break.
Well, you know the new COVID rules, not to talk about COVID,
But we will.
but the new COVID rules from the CDC is that you're fine. Like, if you get COVID, you're fine. Just if you want to wear a mask, wear it. But otherwise, it's over.
Okay,
like
we knew that.
Right, but even the CDC...
we knew that even
now-
when you had COVID.
Yes.
It was all propaganda for whatever.
Because it has
was testing
changed.
the waters to see what kind of control they can have over civilians. It was all about money, control, and power, and that's what they did. They 100% created hysteria, make people scared. It's War of the Worlds all over.
War of the Worlds is aliens.
Correct. But about the control and the fear and the hysteria.
Yeah, but do you think that was purposeful? Like, do you think that they concocted the whole story for that? Or do you think, which I think, that this thing happened, people were reacting to it, it happened, and then a few powerful people were like, you know what? This is a good opportunity. Let's take advantage of this to do other shit. I think it was that. I don't think they were like, let's come up with a thing called COVID. We'll create it, and we'll plan this whole thing just to test. Because every single country and every single city in the world experienced it. So you think all the leaders of the entire world were in collusion together?
I don't think it was that, but I think there's so much fraud and collusion after that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, something happened, and then people reacted to it, which is like everything. Like, 9/11 happened, and then after, there were all these people that made billions of dollars off of that tragedy because, there were all these new security measures and there's all these new things. So people take advantage of shitty situations.
It's unbelievable. All right, let's not talk about COVID. People are retarded. We know that. I just see 195 when I'm driving and then you got people weaving in and out, whatever. It's just...
Yeah, but you weave in and out. You just said.
No, directional. I put my right on, I can speed up and get in front of them.
Yeah, but you just said,
I
get in front of them dickishly. You said that quote.
I have to get in front of them.
Right.
Otherwise,
so everyone else on the road is bad except you.
No, Bronny. I'm talking about the guys that
You're
are
the only
out the
virtuous.
dangerous ones, the ones that weave in and out. You know what I'm talking about the difference. I'm switching fucking lanes. I always use my directional.
No one uses directionals.
I do.
In
I
South
always
Florida. I do
use my
too.
directional.
Last night I was driving back from the beach, like late at night. It was 2 a.m. Driving back from the bar on the beach. So we're going over the causeway.
Right.
And 3 Lamborghinis zip by. Probably I was going 80, so they must have been going 120. Zip by, and they were definitely like rented.
Of course.
And it's like, who does that? Who comes to Miami and spends? They're probably $2,000 a day, right, to rent those.
I don't know, whatever. But the people, that's why everyone's in debt,
And you can only fit 2 people in each one,
right?
So it's like they drop probably $5,000 more just for those cars.
Idiots.
Well, it's not $500 for a day.
Okay,
because I can get a Chevy Cruze for $500 a day. It hurts. They're so expensive.
Okay.
So a Lamborghini, it has to be. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm asking you, and you're not.
I don't know. I don't work for the rent-a-car company.
Yeah, but I said probably $2,000 a day. And you're like, no, it's not.
I'm like, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. They pissed away money. I said they're in debt. I don't know what kind of response you want to invoke from me. No. I'm like, okay.
It's just crazy that people choose to spend their money that way, and it's not people who can afford it. Because if you can afford to spend $2,000 on a rental car for one day,
you're not spending $2,000 on a rental car.
Exactly. So it's people who aren't in that wealth bracket who are doing that, and then they're going this so fast, and they probably came from a club or a bar, so they're probably inebriated or intoxicated.
True. Yep.
Yeah,
no, it's
scary.
a problem. It's very scary. But 120 miles an hour in a Lambo feels safer than going 80 miles an hour in your little Subaru. I mean, your Volvo.
My Volvo, by the way, my Volvo is the safest car in the entire road.
Okay, let's not talk about cars because I don't want to jinx it. Kind of hard poo-poo. Don't jinx it.
Well, Google, safest car brand in the entire world.
I get
it's mine. So mine is definitely safer than a Lamborghini. With its top down, yes, it's definitely safer.
Well,
they had their top down, and there was a girl going like, "Oh, I saw her hands out the window."
Oh, what a fucking idiot!
Yeah, at 2:30 in the morning or 2 in the morning.
Yeah, go have daughters, you dumb fuck.
She definitely met the guy an hour before at this club too. They were definitely story or live for sure.
Schmucks.
Yeah. People teach their own. If they want to
I
spend their money,
guess.
they spend their money.
Idiots. All right, so what do you got going today?
Another thing, just down this road.
No pun intended.
Yeah, true. And then we can get into because there's a few political things that happened this week that we definitely should talk about just because that's what's going.
Well, let's talk about
But I want to make a prediction first because I've predicted things on this show in the past and I've been right every time. And that's a fact. You guys can look back at every single prediction I've made throughout the show. Go comb through all the episodes and find the predictions. They've all come
Is
true.
your shoulder okay?
It's a little sore.
From patting yourself on the back.
Yeah, and from holding the world on the show on both of them as well.
You know, the only thing you hold on your shoulders...
And propping the show up. Propping the dignity of our family up. It's a lot of shit.
The only thing you hold on your shoulders is hair. So what do you...
Well, by the way, there's so much hair that it does make my shoulders
propping sore. What? What are you propping up? You don't prop our family up.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You don't make our family look good.
Without me, this family would crumble.
Oh, my God.
No one would be able to turn on the television. Okay. No one would figure out how to update an iPhone.
Yeah, we would.
No, you wouldn't.
We would. I have other sons.
Yeah, but they ask me to do their shit.
No, Bronny, 100%. First of all,
your Remo lights would never get fixed.
They're still not fixed, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, these are called jokes. It's called banter. It's called riffing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. All right.
But I wanted to make another prediction because I'm confident in this one. And I want to put it out now on, what's the date? August 28th, 2022, because I don't think it'll come true until 2024, the earliest, but probably 2025 through 2028. So, the trend in beauty now, because I was thinking about this I've actually been thinking about it for a while. But then I was walking in Miami 3 days ago, and there was this girl in front of me who had a huge, huge butt, so big that it was very, very obviously fake, right? Kim Kardashian level, but even faker looking.
Nothing uglier but good.
Right. So I saw this woman, and I was like, she had a surgery to get that.
There's going to be deaths over this, you're saying?
No, there already are, but that's not what my prediction is. So people are taking their natural bodies and augmenting them to fit modern beauty standards, which are just the beauty standards for today, right? Even 5 years ago, that wasn't trendy.
I don't think beyond ugly, in my opinion, but go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't even know guys that like it anyways, but BBLs is what they're called. Brazilian butt lifts is where you it's the procedure, or people just do full on butt implants. So people are getting all these procedures.
I call them SFIs.
What's that?
Stupid fucking idiots. But go ahead.
That was quick. Good job.
Thank you, brother.
Right. So everyone nowadays is getting surgery to make their lips plumper. So they're all born without the shit. And then they're getting surgery to make their lips plumper, their boobs bigger, and their asses bigger, right?
Boobs bigger are okay. But go on.
Yeah, it's all okay. It's all whoever you want.
None of it's okay. Just boobs.
No, that's
big lips, guys don't like it. Big ass, guys don't like it.
You.
Normal, most guys don't like it. Trust my word.
So boobs is the only, that's just...
Guys like boobs.
No, it's all or none.
No, it's not.
You either have to demonize all of it...
I'm not demonizing any of it.
Or you have to accept all of it. You can't accept just
gotta
one.
love boobs. No. Asses, big asses, nope. And fucking...
See, but that's a generational thing, too. Nowadays, if you ask... right? You always hear guys say, I'm a boob guy or I'm a butt guy kind of thing. Back in your generation, I bet every single one of you and your friends would say that you're boob guys. Nowadays, every guy's a butt guy. Guys don't really care. Butt is so much more appealing to guys now than
nice
boobs are.
Ass too and good boobs. But what's your point, Home Loaf?
My point is that I think the beauty trends, I already see them starting to change, and I think it'll drop down to the mainstream in the next couple of years, where it's not gonna, that stuff's not gonna be beautiful anymore, because of course beauty trends always change. Because Kim Kardashian, the only reason why she made her butt really big, her boobs really big, her lips really big, was because no one did that. So she stood out, and then everyone was like, wow, she's beautiful. Now everyone looks like her. So in 5 years, she's going to want to change her look. She's going to, because she doesn't want to look like everyone. So I think that it's all the new beauty trend is going to be the exact opposite of what it is now. So it's going to be small frames, no curves, no boobs, small lips, 90s.
I mean, like a guy.
Fashion.
Look like a guy.
No, because that was back in the 90s. That was the trend.
No.
All the fashion in the 90s
they can
was...
make the fashion, but people don't like it. People like little curves.
Nowadays. People didn't like curves in the 50s.
All right, that's a great prediction. We spent a lot of time.
Okay. But what I'm saying is that I think all these girls got surgeries to augment their bodies.
And
now they're going to have to get surgeries to revert the surgery that they did.
Yeah, and what do you do with that skin that's fucking stretches in your ass?
Well, I mean, you can
No, it's gonna be. You're gonna say.
Well, it's just ridiculous that people
listen. If you're getting a fucking SFI or a Bronco BBL, I'm telling you right now, you are a stupid fucking idiot. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not.
But
what?
But boobs, you're not an idiot.
Why?
That's a ridiculous.
Give my opinion. It's not ridiculous. It's my opinion.
Why? Based on what?
Based on a survey I took many years ago.
No, but like, why is that where you draw the line?
Because
what's the difference between a butt implant and a boob implant? It's this exact same silicone piece. It's just in a different part of your body.
I think it's just nicer. No, big asses are not nice.
Why? Why are big boobs nice?
Because they just aren't how to explain it.
No, but I'm asking you to explain it.
When you say someone's attractive, how do you explain it?
You can very easily explain it.
Okay, because they have nice boobs and a small ass.
No, but see, so that's to you. Most guys nowadays, easily the majority of guys would say, I'd rather a nice ass than nice boobs.
I don't agree with you on that. I don't agree with you.
It's the truth.
Okay, no.
For my generation,
I think if we ask your generation, actually, can this generation, Bronson's generation, that weird generation, can you DM Bronson or send in?
Look outside. Everyone, all your generation got the boob jobs. No. Everyone, my generation is getting ass jobs. No. That shows you where the priorities are in the beauty.
Okay, let's see. Everybody DM Bronny. I want you to flood his fucking DM stuff and
saying what?
Whether just say boobs or butts.
Okay, they'll all say butts. That's
okay.
What everyone.
Just let me know. We'll find out.
Yeah, but you. What I'm saying is you're like that's wrong, but big boobs is right, and that's just your worldview.
Of course, it's my worldview.
Right, but then how can you say that one's wrong when you say the other one's right?
Because they can say whatever they want.
Yeah, but I'm asking you.
It's just an opinion. It's not a fact. I know it's not a fact.
Of course not. But then you have no justification to back it up.
Because
I said why, and you go.
Because big asses, I think, are ugly.
Why do you think they're ugly?
Because they're just unappealing.
And why do you think big boobs are ugly?
Because they're nice and the curvature and they're pretty and
right, but I could use those exact same words for ass.
Curvature,
they look good.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
But
it's a cultural thing.
You asked me. I'm just asking you my answer.
I know, but you don't see the hypocrisy in saying it's the exact same piece, right? A silicone implant. So you say if you put it below your waist, it's disgusting and wrong and gross.
No,
if you put it above your waist, it's beautiful and curvy and
correct.
Nice.
So what's the point?
That's just a ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
No, to you, I'm saying that's my opinion.
Yeah, of course, and it's a ridiculous opinion. That's all.
To you,
do you think that there's a little bit of racism in there?
No,
because white culture doesn't value big butts and curves, so that's why maybe you don't find that attractive.
Well, that doesn't mean it's racism.
That
doesn't mean it's racist. That just means that
you said it's gross.
I don't like it. I don't like the look of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Period.
Right. That's fine.
It's not a race thing. It's just I don't like the look of that. Period.
Okay.
I think with fat and with these tight fucking and their ass are fucking fat. I think it's disgusting.
Well, what if they wear a tight shirt and they have nice boobs?
But if they're thin, it's great. If they're heavy, I think it's disgusting looking. You know my opinion. That's just my opinion.
But what if someone's thin and has a nice butt because it's a fake butt?
If it's a big butt, no.
But like big boobs, the butt is comparable to the boobs.
Big boobs, I think are not.
Yeah, we're not talking about insane where it's noticeable. We're talking
I just
about
don't even like the lips.
Unnoticeable.
I don't even like lips, and I got to tell you, I don't. For some reason, I just get the feeling that these butt lifts are not safe for some reason. I don't know why.
It's the same as the boobs.
I don't know.
Wait, but I would think even the butt is safer than the boobs because putting something inside your boobs, there's so much that goes on in your boobs, right? Like there's so much tissue. There's your nipple. It's where your milk ducts are. There's all these things you need it to breastfeed your child. Your butt, there's nothing in it. Your butt cheeks are just
all right. So,
tissue.
Brian, you knock yourself out with a big butt boob and have fun. That's all I'm saying. I find nothing.
No, I don't want any of it.
Okay,
I don't find any of it attractive because I'm not hypocritical. I find it all bad.
Hypocritical.
It is to say one is good and one is bad.
It's an opinion about what one likes. It's not. It's what one
and
likes.
Your likes are hypocritical. It's fine.
No, it's not, Bronson.
It's okay. I'm not saying it's wrong.
Okay, I like long fingernails. I don't like long eyelashes. Is that hypocritical?
No, because those are different things. These are an implant. You're saying it's wrong to get an implant in your butt.
I'm saying I don't. It's not wrong if somebody wants to do whatever the fuck they want to do. I don't find it nice looking. I find it ugly and unattractive. That's what I'm saying. Same. So I'm not hypocritical. It's my opinion. I might like I don't like, let's say, leopard print. I might like flower print. You know what I'm saying? It's not hypocritical. It's what your likes and dislikes are.
Yes, and I agree. And I just dislike all of it.
And that's fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I just think that it's
listen, you have to be attracted to a person. Not
of course.
Me. So good. Like I like mom. Mom has nice boobs and a small ass.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
I just think that in the next couple of years, we're going to start to see all these girls going back to these beauty spas and doctors and all this stuff and getting the exact surgeries that they pay thousands of dollars to
probably right.
to get them reversed.
But not many people getting the SFIs, are they?
Many people are doing Brazilian butt
I think in just certain cities and certain areas, maybe, but I don't think they're doing. We're in this little microcosm and bubble. I think it's just in this particular area.
Okay, so yeah, I don't mean a majority of Americans. I mean that's why I called it beauty trends. Because if it's just like what's trendy. So of course, like right now, if one thing's trendy, it doesn't mean every single person is doing it. But it's what people are viewing as beautiful.
Okay.
And so the girls that are
everyone's doing, I'm just saying that we are living in an area that's a little more concentrated.
Totally,
more
when you see it.
In a metropolitan area.
But someone in rural Minnesota is still, the beauty standard to them is still Kim Kardashian. It just is. That's what our society has deemed.
Ugly.
Like, think who is in our culture modern day. You're going to say like Cindy Crawford. I'm talking about like right now.
Know, Cindy Crawford.
But like modern day beautiful people who, right, like young boys would have posters of on their wall. Who's someone that, like that?
I don't know.
That doesn't have a big ass.
I don't know who.
There isn't. There isn't.
Well, and another reason for you, I feel bad for your generation.
But see, that's the hypocrisy. It's like, but the big boobs, that's not a problem with the.
Brian, we're going around in circles. I'm right, in my opinion.
Well, there's no right in your opinion.
Yeah, their boobs are much nicer than asses. A nice small ass is great.
I'd much rather have nice ass and small boobs.
So is that the queer eye talking? Because if girl's flat, it's like being with a dude.
I didn't say flat.
Okay.
But to most people nowadays.
And by the way, if you have small, flat chest in your woman, so be it. If you're happy, who cares? Honestly, who cares?
Yeah, but you just shamed them.
No, I'm not shaming. I'm saying
you just said it's like being with the dude.
No, I don't find it attractive. I'm not shaming them. If they're happy, how can I shame somebody if they're happy with who they are? It's not something. Listen, when we all go in to meet, when we go to meet somebody, visually, the first time you meet someone, you have to be attracted to them. It's just the way it is. You know better than anyone else. You said it's a science, like a natural thing. It's from millions of years. That's just the way it is.
Of course.
So everybody has a different view of what's attracted to them. You're asking me.
Yeah.
I don't think, for me, a flat-chested woman or a big-ass woman is something that would be attractive to me.
Totally.
And there's no shame. And listen, if someone has that and they're happy, I think every pot finds its cover. That's great. I can't shame you if you're happy with who you are. Who gives a fuck what I say? I don't think less of a woman that has a big ass. I don't like when I see these women that have these big asses that are done and these big lips that are done, and even when their boobs are too much, whatever. I don't like it. It sort of cringes me. I think it's a moderation and whatever you do, but when you start doing too much, it's a.
Well, yeah, no one likes it too much. I agree.
The big lips, the cheekbones, the big ass,
and they all look alike. That's the problem now too.
Boobs. When a woman's boobs are so big, it's also a turnoff. So
it's just there's definitely generational beauty standards. Like when you
true.
What you find beautiful is influenced when you're a kid by what people tell you is beautiful, and
also advertising and
that's
marketing
what I mean.
And everything. Right,
that's what I mean by like people telling you what's beautiful. Like if you're an 8-year-old boy, or let's say you're just prepubescent, and you're like 12, right? So you're like just starting to think of women as attractive. And every commercial that's telling you what an attractive girl looks like, that's going to influence what you view.
I'm sure, yeah.
And so back in the 80s, when all
we had was National Geographic.
Back in the 80s, I bet it was a very I know it was a very different, if you think of what the advertisement was giving you of the beautiful woman to you when you were 13 compared to me is definitely different.
100%.
And so that's probably one of the reasons why you're like, I like big boobs and small ass.
Cheryl Ladd, Farrah Fawcett, that was what we
And I bet those women don't really have asses.
Have you seen, you could type up Cheryl Ladd and see a picture and you'll see what we're talking about, Farrah Fawcett. That's what was like attractive to us.
And I bet she won't have an ass.
Like you got to go into the older ones.
Cheryl Ladd,
poster.
Scroll down, yeah. Your poster.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, see, look, I mean, none of these are even showing an ass whatsoever.
But this is, where was the one like these? I remember I had all these hanging on my wall.
Like, look, this picture is her movie picture. It shows nice boobs, doesn't even focus on a butt at all. And there's no curves in her.
Well, no, there's curves.
Not like nowadays.
No, but different, right?
Like, who's someone now that we view as like
Probably
a
Kardashian,
beauty.
I guess. I don't know your
But
generation.
not even Kardashian. Like who's a famous?
But like you type Farrah Fawcett, she was the biggest.
Who's
She
a
was
famous
the
Instagram model?
biggest.
And I bet we're not even going to see any ass stuff. Yeah, boobs.
Okay, she
hair.
was the
It's all
biggest.
boobs. There look not any ass.
See that one? Okay, she was the biggest with that. What you want? Go up a little bit. See that one to the left. Those go one to the left. That she must have that picture. She probably sold billions of those.
And
posters.
see, do you realize this picture shows it definitely accentuates her boobs? You can see her full on nipples,
Okay.
and you don't see any even hips or butt whatsoever. It's just hair and nipples. And so you were like, all I care. You're like, I just like big boobs. I don't
And I
think about
cannot
an ass.
lie.
Where like nowadays, I'm trying to think of who's a.
We're spending a half an hour on boobs and asses.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's all you want to talk about anyways. You're like, all I think about is sex. That's
First
what
of
you
all,
say.
I don't speak like that and sound like that.
Bryce,
That's not-
Bryce, who's a famous Instagram model? I'm just gonna Google famous Instagram models. No, I don't want any of these girls. These are all the famous ones. I want like random ones.
Who are these?
So, like, I'm
girls?
just gonna scroll through this, and I bet all these shots are gonna show asses and curves.
Let's see.
I mean, that shows thick thighs. No, just boobs. Who are these people?
Lips and
Who is
eyelashes.
this? Tammy Hembro, 8.7 million followers.
Why? And who is she that has?
Jen Selter,
She's number
7.8
one?
million. Well, just on this.
Oh,
Like, I don't know who any of these people are. Yannick Garcia, Jessica Wilde, obviously fake boobs. Kindley Myers.
let me see that one. See, that's what I would think.
But these are the fakest boobs ever.
Doesn't matter. But that's what my generation would like.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's
I think anyone would like.
actually
that.
her face is not really.
Oh, she has a
She's
face?
just
I didn't know
she's
she had a
just the
face.
body. But like, look, boom, ass. This
All
whole
right, that's-
one focuses on the ass.
Interesting.
She actually has no curves. This one, Nicole Mejia, ass.
No, but that's not. No, but that's just. That's not a big ass.
No, but it's focusing
That's
on the
good.
ass. It's accentuating. That's what
That's
I'm saying.
okay, but that's good.
So when you're a 13-year-old,
Actually, 8 out of those 10 were just.
they
pictures
all have
like
fake
that.
boobs.
Of course.
Every single one of them. I've never even heard of any of these people. People,
Wow.
I mean, this is a living that people make.
Unbelievable.
It's the ass.
No, not
ass.
No, that's just a picture.
Yeah, but it's a picture where they're focusing on their ass.
No, it's not. No, that was not.
Yes.
That is so not. You're so wrong. All right. That was great. Great topic. Wow. All right. So what's some political stuff you have, Brian?
I guess the main thing we should talk about is all this student loan forgiveness stuff, right? Do you know about it?
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
So this episode brought to you by Manscaped, who you better be using for Labor Day. Is it coming up or Memorial Day?
I think it's Labor Day.
I think it's
but I'm
Labor
wrong.
Day.
I always fuck that up.
It's Labor Day, end of the summer.
Clean it up, baby.
You got to clean yourself up. Fall cleaning, right? That's the thing. We're going to do fall cleaning here because spring cleaning is for your home. Fall cleaning is for your balls.
Yeah, I clean up nicely. I do. I cleaned it up nicely. And then what you do is rather than letting it you maintain every couple of days. It's much better. Like I use that little blade.
Yeah.
What's it called?
From the Ultra Smooth package.
I have
the
like
crop
I have like
shaver.
so many of those blades, and you just do so like you spend 20 minutes doing the whole thing, and then like 3 days later you spend 3 minutes just cleaning up. Get rid
Yeah,
of
and
those
it
stems.
makes your life better and everyone in your life.
Oh, I love so smooth.
Because when you're happy, everyone else is happy, you know? So it's not just for you. You got to get it for not your partner and for your children and for your
and
parents.
it's humid out. You definitely should fucking clean up and clean your shit up and groom with the Manscaped.
And Manscaped.
It's
with
the
Manscaped.
best.
Yeah, so definitely head over to manscaped.com. Check out all their great products. Here at Daddy Issues, we not only use the Lawnmower 4.0 and the Weed Whacker to trim our hair, but I also use the 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner, which comes in a metal bottle, so no plastic. So good for you. The body wash smells great. I use that all the time. So check out all of their like grooming products as well as their
And it's
machines.
a great product. Like it's the cordless. It's got the light. You can use it in the shower. It gets wet. It's well done.
It's better than what you have. I don't know what you have, but I can know it's better than what you have.
And we had the prior version before this version came out, and we thought that was the best, and this blows it away.
Yeah, so if you're not an idiot, head over to manscaped.com, use the code DaddyIssues20. You'll get 20% off and free shipping on all of their shit. So it's a great deal, and it helps out the show. So you make your life better, you can make your partner's life better, and you make our lives better. And we've been doing it all the time. So once again, manscaped.com, use the code DaddyIssues20. You'll get 20% off and free shipping.
I don't agree with it.
Let's bring up a article so we can just read some details because I don't really know much on it. Let's see. Should we go to ABC News, NPR, The Hill, Yahoo?
Whatever you want, brother. You're the producer.
Well, it's, we can't trust any of them now. None of these articles even say, none of these have anything to do with it. This is great. Anyways, I think what he said, if I can find an actual article. Here, from whitehouse.gov.
Okay.
That's right from the source. President Biden believes that a post-high school education should be a ticket to a middle-class life, but for too many, the cost of borrowing for college is a lifelong burden that deprives them of that opportunity. True. I think we can all agree with that. They talk about how college has gone up, all this stuff. I want to see when the actual, so much information in this thing. Basically, what I think they came to is that it's about $10,000 that you can get off. You can get your loan forgiven up to $10,000 from the government. Like the government will pay towards lessening. It's coming from government money, aka taxes.
Why should they forgive it? Why that?
Okay, so here it says these reforms would simplify loan repayment and deliver significant savings to low and middle income borrowers. For example, a typical single worker making $38,000 a year with credentials will save $1,400. A typical nurse with a bachelor's degree who is married with 2 kids making $77,000 will save more than $3,000 a year. I don't even know.
And is that a game changer? I mean, seriously, is that a game changer for anybody?
Here, it's so hard to find. They make this so difficult to find information. Borrowers, can't say that word, are eligible for this relief if their individual income is less than $125,000 or $250,000 for a household. So it doesn't apply to everyone.
That's a lot of income, $250,000 for a household.
That's not lower class. I mean,
not even remotely lower class.
$125,000
is a lot of money for one person, and he can't pay back student loans. Seriously, give me a fucking break.
That is a lot of money. I mean, it should be. I'm not necessarily not on board with student loan forgiveness, but the bar should be much lower than that.
All right, why do you need? If you believe in yourself and you you get to pay it back over 40 years with low interest, why do you need $10,000 forgiven?
You don't. I agree with you.
And why not go to a state school? If you do well enough in high school, you can go to like Florida. You get you get Bright Scholars, right? Whatever they call it, you go there for free.
Well, you can if that was set up.
Okay, but if
not everyone who's from a state and goes to a state school, it still costs tens of thousands of dollars.
State schools are much less expensive.
Right, but like you did Florida prepay, so you're like, it's free.
I'm not talking about free pay. I'm talking about you can get Bright scholarships where you can go to Florida.
Right, but so let's say the people who didn't get those and they still go to a state school.
Okay, but then they have to pay. It's no free rides to anybody.
Florida,
if you believe
in-state, I just want to see what like tuition.
Okay,
in-state tuition.
If you believe in yourself,
in-state tuition is $6,000. Out-of-state tuition is $28,000. There's no way that's right.
$6,000.
There's no way it's $28,000 for tuition. It's definitely more than that.
Why?
Right? I feel like
it's more than that.
But I guess it's not. It says it right here.
Okay. So you're telling me $6,000? You know what a lot of people do? They take student loans and they use it part of it for tuition, part of it for other stuff.
Well, also, so this says undergraduate cost of admissions. We're just going on UF here.
Okay.
In-state undergrad, $6,000 for just the tuition. Then books, $800. It says your computer, $1,300. Your housing, $6,000. Your food, $5,000. Transportation, $1,000. So it says it's about $21,810 in-state. So that's the cheapest option.
Okay.
So that's $22,000 a semester.
Okay, and you take a loan. You believe
so 20, 40,
yourself.
60. So it's $45,000 a year for the cheapest option in-state.
Is that a half? Is that one semester?
It says tuition, undergraduate. Oh, academic year. Oh, so it's for the year. Wait, how is that possible?
That's what it is.
Undergraduate cost of attendance for the academic year.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's $22,000 for the year. Okay.
Very reasonable.
Yeah, some people still can't afford that, so they still need to take out loans.
I get that. I get it. And there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm fine with they get financial aid, they can get whatever loans, they bust their ass, they can get grants, they can get scholarships, whatever. You have to work towards it. Where's the free ride?
Or
that's what I'm saying.
You just you just don't go to college.
Or a trade school, which is not a bad thing.
Or just work.
Okay, correct. I find there's nothing wrong. If you want to go to college, I think everyone should have that opportunity. But why does government need to pay for it? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And why should the debt be forgiven? I think if they want to say, starting today, we're going to go ahead and the government will have certain grants.
Where does that grant money come from?
No, just take me out from it. If you meet certain criteria, like let's say a certain GPA or a certain amount of, whatever it is, whatever they're looking for, that's a scholarship the government will give. I'm fine with that even. You can try to achieve. Not everyone gets it.
Oh, so it's selective.
Meaning you meet certain criteria, like just like a school. If you get higher grades,
but why should the government even be involved with any money towards people going to college?
Okay,
it's not.
I'm just saying.
It's not kindergarten like
I'm
that
just
everyone
saying,
should go to.
If they're trying to better say we need more people educated because we believe that will help with less crime, less drugs, better family values, whatever it might be. And I'm just using an analogy. Then let them go based on certain criteria and let people strive towards it. Not say we're going to forgive $10,000. And by the way, $10,000, it's great, but it's not a game changer. You still
not at all.
You still might owe $25,000,
or even way more.
Right. So, but
God, I'm dripping sweat.
But again, I'm doing okay. But then again, if you believe in yourself and you think it's your college spending the money and the time for 4 years is worthwhile the rate of return on your investment that you're going to make more down the future, then why can't you pay it back just like if you have a car loan or mortgage? What's next? I'm saying, well, I got my college. The government's got me covered for college, but I also believe that I have a right to have a roof over my head, so I want the government to forgive my mortgage.
Yeah, I just don't.
It's a bad system.
I don't understand the rationale that anyone would believe that part of the government's duty is to pay for people's colleges. I just don't get that. Like, where does it just doesn't make sense to me how someone would ascribe that role
of course they
to
want
the government.
But people want it because they want the handouts. They want free things. They have the entitlement. So what happens is they're becoming more and more dependent when it comes to and wanting things from the government. That's slowly leaning towards socialism. It is. It's slowly when you make things dependent and the government's got your back and takes care of everything for you and you have the handout, they're creating the dependency. It's a bad system.
Yeah, I mean, I think people should just go after the loan people before they go after the government, right? Like,
what do you mean?
If everyone's so up in arms about student loans, why are they knocking on the government's door saying you need to help us? We should all focus our attention on the fact that college is way too expensive and these loans scam these people because they charge so much in interest and all that stuff because you have to.
Actually, they're not. They're lessen the interest significantly and just amortize it over a longer period of time. So it's very simple. Remember we had this whole conversation about mortgages? And a 10-year mortgage is lower interest rate than let's say, a 30-year mortgage, but you end up paying more in interest because of the length of the loan. That's up to the people. They can choose whatever they want to do, but people want lesser payments. So they amortize it over a much longer period, so the monthly payments are lower. It's like the same person that I have friends that they say, yeah, I bought a car, I financed it over 72 months. I'm like, what? You can't afford the car. Finance it over 3 years. If you finance it over 72 months, you can't afford the car.
But yes, college just shouldn't be. It shouldn't be to a place where people have to take out even loans for it. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, but I have a question. But I hear you.
Why should you have to
I hear you, but Bronny, but why college is a business? Other than state schools, which is still a business, right?
No, they're all. Of course.
But there's different. But state schools are much less expensive for in-state people. So college is a huge business and a big real estate play, right? It's all about owning the real estate. So there's no absolute right to go to college. It's a luxury.
I'm not saying there's a right. So as the free market, we should all. I agree. It's 100% a business.
What will happen?
And so they're as a free market, and that the fact that they're a business, they keep upcharging, and they've convinced through propaganda the American people that you need to go to college. And so therefore, as a business, using marketing, it's smart. They created a need, convince you that you have to do it, and therefore they can charge whatever amount of money they want because you have to do it.
Or you go to a state school.
Right, but at that, you just said it's still a business and it's still expensive. The whole thing should come down. A state school still shouldn't be $22,000. 20,
well,
40,
it's
60,
not.
80.
It's not. The tuition is $6,000. Then you have living expenses. You need to live somewhere. That's just the way it is. You want to rent, you might have to get 3 roommates. That's just, and then you have car and transportation. Those are normal living. They're giving you a budget. But the reality is,
right, but you're not making any money during that because you're spending.
But Bronny, but same difference with schools. Should Pinecrest be less?
No,
you don't have
okay,
to. But should Pinecrest
But
be
the
less?
thing is, there's a free option. So that's the difference. There's no free option for college. All of it costs. What he means by Pinecrest is that's the private school
from kindergarten
that I went to
senior year
for high school. There's a free option. So it doesn't need to. Pinecrest doesn't need to be less because the free market has made a free option and all these paid.
College is not absolute right.
But there's no
That's
free
the difference.
Of course not.
I think
Definitely
I think the government should get more involved with insurance.
Do you think college should cost the amount it does?
No, I don't. I told you. I think college is the biggest waste. I told you that.
The value, like the cost keeps going up and up and up, and the value keeps going down and down and down.
But they're different issues. You're okay.
I'm just saying that's where everyone should focus their attention. Not on saying the government needs to get $3 trillion in tax money so that they can forgive $10,000 each of loans. Or if we all just, as the free market, say, fuck you colleges, we're done. Unless people might do prices.
That. Look at the past couple of years.
But they're not going to because the government keeps giving the money out. That's what I'm saying.
No, past couple of years, look how much online colleges have come in. When I was growing up and I was going to college, online colleges, they didn't have the internet, but online colleges became much larger in the past 3 to 5 years. Now, I think the government should focus their attention on insurance, how it's the biggest crooked thing. The premiums are huge. Insurance industry is huge.
That's a totally different.
But you need insurance. There's different. You don't need college. There's a huge difference.
Are you talking about what type of insurance are you talking about?
I'm talking auto insurance,
that's
health insurance.
But
I know
like
it's a different topic. I know it's different.
Yeah, but the thing I'm saying that they should focus on is within this topic. It's still within, like, of course, the government.
You and I get off topic all the time.
The government should focus on world peace, of course. But there's other things that they're doing as well. You know what I mean? Of course, they should focus on insurance, but also this is still a problem that they'll.
Never mind. So all I'm just saying is that I don't think there's other option choices for college, or people could choose not to go to college. But I think people should. I really believe that people should have an opportunity to go to college, and people should absolutely have an opportunity. If they can't afford to outlay it, they should be able to finance it.
Definitely.
But doesn't mean they should. I'm saying those people that finance it should be 110% responsible for paying back their own debt. It's called life. Yeah. You want something, it's not an absolute right. But I'm a firm believer in education. I think that education is the key to people's successes and bettering their lives. But if you can't afford it, get the loan, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you need to be responsible for paying it back. That's just my opinion. No different than a car, a home, anything.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Right. That's why it confuses me that people think that it's actually something like legitimately that the government should be involved in. That doesn't make sense to me. They don't think that,
Brian. They just want the fucking handouts, the mentality of people.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yes, they want. Yes, if they're going to get something for free,
think definitely a lot.
They want it for free. Period.
But
they're not thinking about the government. I need the government. They're saying, I want something for free.
But there are also plenty of people who support this who are your age, who support it in they don't still have student loans and they support it.
It's just for them. It's for them to feel better about themselves. The liberals. That's what it is.
I think there are some people who genuinely believe that.
And there are some people that believe it's socialism. They think government should pay for everything and take care of everybody, and people should all be treated exactly equal in certain ways and have the same opportunities. That's not reality.
Right. No, but that's why.
But there are people like that. Yeah.
That's what. I also do think that everyone should be treated equally.
I didn't mean treated as a human being, meaning that everybody should have the same playing field. That's what I mean. I think that people should be treated with the same level of respect, and no one's better than anyone else. But I'm saying, the opportunity is just the way it is. Not everybody gets the exact same opportunity in life, period. That's just the way it is. We talked about that at nauseam.
Yeah, of course.
So, but I think people should be treated the same level of respect and dignity as a human being. I agree with that.
Except that you'll drive with a mask in the left lane.
I think get over the either don't fucking drive or get over the fucking lane.
I could see luckily I didn't have to have student loans, but I could see, imagine if you, like last year, just paid off all your student loans and you're like 35. And then now this year,
when you be angry?
All these people are getting $10,000 off. I'd be furious.
Yeah. Right.
That's just not fair. Are they going to give $10,000 back to all the people who have paid loans over the last 50 years?
Why just that? Why not everyone says everyone should have a right to drive?
Why should they have a right to, not a right to drive, but everyone can drive.
No, but why not fucking give it towards a car or insurance? Or everyone should have a roof over there. Why not towards a fucking house? Where does it end? My point is, it's not the government's responsibility to parent to take care of everybody. It's not.
I also just hate this. I hate how our government works because this was a thing that not a single person in this entire country voted on. And this thing now takes money out of every single person's pocket, out of our paychecks, right? It collects tax dollars to go towards this thing that not a single of us had a say in. Everyone's just fine with that? Fuck that.
Well, they're going to be fine with it because it's free and they're trying to look good with the midterm elections coming up, and they're trying to do, have a certain positive view in the public eye. And whenever the government gives something out to the people like, they're just fucking entitled. People like, look, if the government gave me 10 grand, I'm like, fuck, I'll take the 10 grand. Why wouldn't I take that? I paid so much in the government. If they want to give me 10 grand, I'm happy. Doesn't mean it's right, but that's the mentality of people. And then take the people who really need it. They're like, fuck yeah. And then if the government's going to do this for me, if I vote in the same government, next year they might give me 20 grand. They know what they're doing. It's a huge psychology.
No, of course they know what they're doing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we live in a country where we don't choose what happens at all.
Well, again, we talked about this. You vote certain people that you believe have similar views generally across the board. Just like when I raise you kids, we can't control everything you do. You're going to make your own choices. But the foundation of us, what mom and I have given you, we hope you'll make the right choices. Generally speaking, we know that when it comes to a choice, if it's left or right, generally speaking, knowing you and investing in you and raising you and knowing the psychology of you, we know you're going to make, generally speaking, the right choice. Well, same with government people.
When has the government ever made the right choice ever?
I'm just making a general statement. The government is corrupt both sides, right? But I'm saying because the world's changed so fucking ridiculously. However, but the concept of it was that you generally think the person you voted based on certain things that you believe to be true or accurate or based on prior history and their dealings and where they came from, whether they came up to, sort of the political corporate ladder. So you see their past actions and history. You say, okay, for the most part, they're going to vote in the majority of things that I agree or I'm in favor in. And then they have a lot of latitude to do what they need to do. That's just the way our government is.
It's just a flawed way.
But if we go with your approach, and I don't spend too much time on this, but if we go with your approach, it is flawed. But if we went with your way, I think that really nothing would ever get done because it's such hypocrisy,
so much more would get
bureaucracy. Done. I don't think so much more would get done.
It's direct. Because nothing gets done now because it's deals.
You can't put everything to a vote. You can't.
No, but nowadays the
people
government,
are like assholes. Everyone has one,
Right, but if it's like an all or nothing thing.
Opinions are like assholes, I would say.
If it's an all or nothing thing, right? If it's like 51% and it happens, then the second you hit 51% it happens. It's the opposite of nothing would get done.
But
everything would get done.
No, I don't.
Nowadays in government, a thing gets proposed and it's deal. So it's like I'm only going to sign onto your bill if you back me in this thing.
Yeah, that's
so it's all these deals. So that's why
corruption.
But that's why nothing gets done.
But things
if you got a notification every day that was like, vote for this, the voting closes in 3 hours.
But do they even know what they're voting for? Because here's the thing: a lot of government officials that you speak to these, they don't even know what they're voting for. They just rubber stamp. Second of all,
right. So what? So wouldn't it be better if we don't know what we're voting for, let alone people we don't even know, not knowing what they're voting for?
I don't know. I don't think. And then you have corruption with the cell phone. How do you vote?
But you think we have corruption in the thing right now?
You bring up a good point. So should we do it like when you vote for America's Got Talent and everyone votes? Should you vote that way?
Yeah.
Be interesting.
Everything every day. You can log into your government app and you can see what's on the docket for today. You can decide to vote. Voting closes at 8 p.m. across the board every day. So if people got their vote in, great. If they did, if one bill only got 12 votes, but it passed, then it passed.
But if one vote got 300 million? You need a majority. There's rules. You need a quorum or majority.
Yeah, those would be involved.
But not if you have 12 people voting.
So then it falls and it goes again next month. Or something,
That's an interesting concept.
And you can propose your own bill on there because, hey, we live in a democracy, right? So me as an American citizen should have a say in how this government is run, right? So therefore I should be able to propose my own bill to be passed, not have to let one of 537 of the representatives.
It's a nice concept, but it'll never happen. It is a nice concept.
Yeah, but the way it's working right now, it's not working.
I agree it's not working.
Yeah, so
it's not working because we have so much corruption with our politicians, and it's just bad. Bad. I think about it all the time. We talk about it. I don't have a solution, but it's bad.
Yeah, mine is the solution.
Okay. So then get involved. Maybe when we become a lawyer.
There's too much power.
Well, then, no, that's hypocritical.
No, what we need to do first, this is how we do it. And I guess it could be done because it's been done throughout history all the time, especially by people my age. We need to just overthrow the government.
And then what?
And then start a new one.
Okay.
This country that everyone is so prideful of, me included, who we view of as our gods in this country, right? Our founding fathers were my age. So we call them founding fathers. They were in their mid-20s, all the guys. And it was a group of guys who hated the government. Literally, they were living under a legitimate government, just like us living with our American government. And they were like, fuck these people. They don't have our best interests in heart. We're going to fucking revolt. And they took their guns and they said, we're done listening to you. And they were able to win. And then they created this country.
I think it's great.
So when people say, we need to revolt, all this stuff, everyone's like, you're crazy. It's like, that's what this country is. That's what this country started on. A bunch of 20-year-old dudes saying, fuck you.
What war was this?
The Revolutionary War.
And how long did it go on for?
A couple years.
Interesting. It'd be interesting. But was it
was literally a bunch of people in their mid-20s.
easier back then to do it than revolt than today?
Yes and no. It was easier in the regard that there was a lot of time, right? So like, let's say I wanted to revolt. Let's say it was us back in the day. And we're like, no, we're done, right? We give the Declaration of Independence. So which we view as like a great document. All it said, it was an email to the king. Basically, we emailed the president. It was an email to the king saying, we do not recognize your authority. Just like if me and you tweeted at Joe Biden and said, you are not our president. Your laws do not apply to us. That's what the Declaration of Independence was. The problem why it made it easier back then was it was like a year and a half before anything could be done about it, right? Because like it would have to reach, the news of it would have to reach England, which took months by boat. Then the king would have to think about what he'd want to do. And he had to send soldiers over, which took another 6 months. And then those soldiers had to, find the people. And so it was like years because it was so slow. So that was hard and easy, right? That made it easier and harder because it was harder to spread the word, right? If you were like, we're a new country.
Right.
And there are millions of people, you have to go door by door. Hey, we're a new country. And they're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, we're not. Now, I could tweet right now. And if it gets out enough traction in 1 hour, every single person in this country can hear what I'm saying. So it's easier now for sure. It's harder because the government has more power. But also, the British Empire was more powerful than our government is now. They were the most powerful. Back in the day, they were the most. They owned half the world.
It's very interesting.
But it's just like if I say, like I said to you, this isn't working, we need to do something about it. You're like, okay, yeah, wishful thinking. You're just a kid, right? Which I agree. I feel that way too. Mm-hmm. But it's like, that's literally, George Washington was like 28. But Thomas Jefferson was like 27.
People didn't live as long back then either.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
In the 90s.
People definitely lived into their 70s and 80s if they survived like childhood or if they didn't get killed in battle. But they lived like, that's people always say like, because you hear like life expectant or age expectancies, right? They get skewed because of kids. Back before modern medicine, you would have like 7 kids and 1 would survive because being a kid was like really, really difficult. Now you have medicine for all this shit. So that skews life expectancy. It's not people were living longer. People just are able to live longer now because we have more opportunities. But it's not like our bodies have gotten better or we've gotten...
Our longevity has gotten better due to medicine?
Maybe by a couple years, but not decades. Definitely
I don't know. Why
not.
You type in life expectancy?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Life expectancy is skewed because back in the 1700s, a bunch of 1-year-olds died. So it's going to show the life expectancy is like 50 because half of them are like 2-year-old kids that died. That's the thing. But like George Washington lived into his 70s. There were a bunch of people that lived old. Even back,
all right,
back like ancient times, like back in medieval Europe, people easily lived into their 70s and 80s if they didn't get stabbed by a sword,
I didn't know that. I thought it was that people lived shorter lives, not due to...
Maybe by like 5 years.
Not due to the hand of another person.
No. On average...
I don't know. I don't know if I agree or disagree. I don't know if you're correct or not correct.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's... Of course, medicine helps, but like it hasn't made us... Like 90 isn't something that was completely unheard of. And still 90, not everyone lives to 90 nowadays.
Correct.
The average life expectancy is 82.
Okay.
So it's like people, but you can't look up average life expectancy because it's skewed. I wonder if there's a way average life expectancy without infant mortality. Oh yeah, there is one. Changing the life expectancy. Oh, this is, okay, let's see this. This is from the National Library of Medicine. So nationalinstituteofhealth.gov from the National Library of Medicine.
That's very valid.
Yeah. and it says changing life expectancy throughout history. Robotham and Clayton make a very important point when they draw attention to life expectancy at birth compared to life expectancy plus 5 years of age. They state life expectancy in the mid-Victorian period, so that was like 1800s, was not different from what it is today. Once infant mortality is stripped out, life expectancy at 5 years plus was 75 for men and 73 for women. In 1995, the comparison of life expectancy of mature men, which is 15 or older, at different points in history over the last 3,000 years. Here's a table. So that's, so once you get rid of the children, like we all kind of used to live, this says, back in the kingdom of Judah, so like King David, that ancient Israel, the average life expectancy was, it says mean age was 52. So mean means the middle.
Correct, I'm with you.
The average.
But it still doesn't answer.
Greek philosophers, poets, and politicians. So Aristotle, 68. That was the mean.
Interesting.
So that was the average. That means half of the people lived over 60.
I'm with you.
Roman philosophers, 56. Christian church fathers, 63. Italian painters like Renaissance, 68. Monks from the Royal Fellow of College, 67. And then modern, 68 or 72. 1981 was 72. And Greek philosophers was 71.5 post 100 BC. So Aristotle and the 80s was the same life expectancy once you survive through childhood.
Interesting. All right.
And that's from National Institute of Health.gov.
I believe you.
So
I believe you.
All
right, can you believe it's an hour already? We can do fatherly advice.
Well, we have to do this other thing too, and then we'll do fatherly advice.
Right.
So there's
somebody coming to the house.
There's this huge trending thing on TikTok this week. Have you heard of like Korn, the Korn song, or any Korn TikTok?
Nope.
So I'll just show you the first thing, and then we'll go through it a little bit. It's been fully on my mind the last week. Every time there's downtime in my own mind or the room gets quiet, this song starts playing. I literally went to bed 2 nights ago. I got home from the bar. I showered.
Hey, do you still get that alarm clock in the wall? Your neighbor's alarm waking you up?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So I literally got home from the bar 2 nights ago, showered, was going to bed, and the room was quiet, and this song came into my head, and I fell asleep cracking up because I just love this song so much. I want to hear it. And it's the biggest thing on TikTok. So I'll just show you where it came from, and then we'll...
You got to hit the middle...
The what?
The middle lever. Being a wise guy?
No, you were just like, I got to connect first.
My God.
Well, I know what I'm doing.
Like, you're in rare form today.
Why?
A little bit edgy.
Okay. So it started with this video. So there's this guy, the account is called Doing Things. And there's this guy who goes around cities in the country and interviews mostly kids. And he's like an innocent guy, and he just asks kids questions about what they like, what they do, and it's cute. Like, he just gets cute kind of things. So this was one of them. And it now has 19 million views. And this is just one interview with this kid, and it's just really funny, this kid.
I really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
Ever since I was told that corn was real, it tasted good.
Did you think corn wasn't real?
But when I tried it with butter, everything changed. I love corn. Corn.
Do you think everyone should be eating corn?
No, not everyone has to like it to be the best.
Yeah.
Everyone just has to try it. Have a bite.
What else are your
So
favorite things?
it goes cute, right? He's just talking about corn, this random little black kid and his love of corn. And it's like,
corn looks good, by the way.
Yeah, it does. But it's just like, okay, weird, cute, whatever.
Okay,
so then there's
nothing to it.
Yeah, it's just like a cute video. Then there's guy who like is known for,
and that guy gets 19 million views for that interview.
Well, that specific one went hugely viral.
Why?
Because the next video that I'm going to show you has 51 million views.
What?
And it's this guy who makes remixes of sounds. He like auto-tune sounds and makes them into songs. He did that. He took this interview and made it into a song. And then the song is what blew up. So this, and you're going to hear it and you're going to be like, that's stupid. And then guaranteed tonight, you're going to be brushing your teeth and you're going to be like singing this song.
I really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's corn. A big corn that knobs. It has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's corn. I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. When I tried it with butter, everything changed.
And that's it. He just did this song. But that song is so good. I sing it all the time to myself.
So one more time.
When he says it's a lump It's a big lump with knobs. That's how this kid described corn. And that's the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Really?
The kid described corn. He said, it's a big lump with knobs. And that's why he loves corn so much. And I've never heard of a better way to describe corn. That's so funny. And so this video is just funny. And then all these people have duetted
that's
it
the
now.
kid that did it?
Yeah, this guy makes these sounds.
I really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's corn. A big corn with knobs. It has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's corn. I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. When I tried it, I don't.
And so if I go to this sound, there are
Oh my
every
God.
single person, every single company, every single brand has made a video
Get
to
out.
this song.
Get out.
A lot of
Play
people
one.
are a lot of people are just like singing it, like
For me,
this girl's just running and singing.
What do you like about corn?
Oh, she's saying she likes running instead of corn.
a big
But like all these, look at these. It's
I gotta watch some of these. I gotta watch some of these.
just like, look, people are just singing
I
it.
really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's corn. For me,
Just because it's funny. The way he says it's corn, and it has the juice. I don't know why that's funny.
One minute.
And then people started. So like this is Highlight. You know Highlight in Miami?
Yeah.
This is for me. I really like Highlight.
I like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's corn. A big corn with knobs. It has
That's a cool sport, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
Highlight is
fucking
cool.
Crazy
But
sport.
like this thing, I mean, these are just two girls in bikinis.
Let me see one
I
minute.
really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's corn. A big corn with knobs.
Okay, that just doesn't make sense. Okay, put on clothes.
And
you
I
idiot.
know every word to the song. And I can't, here's Home Depot did it.
I really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's corn. A big corn with knobs. It has the juice.
I
Oh
can't
my
imagine
God.
a more beautiful thing.
Why?
And it just took off.
What is
There
with
are
people?
millions.
Hit a couple more. I want to watch.
I want to see if it shows 225,000 videos just after his song, using his song. And then all these other people started doing, like, remixing the song. So like this guy,
It's corn, a big lump with knobs. It has the juice, it has the juice. Can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's corn, I can tell you all about it.
He wants to laugh.
Look at this thing. When I tried it with butter, everything changed.
and then you go to this song and there's a whole different trend of corn videos where people are reacting to sad corn. Like this says, when you accept that corn is now 99.9% of your identity, you're totally fine with that.
It has the juice, it has the juice.
Like there's all these ones. Shout out to everyone that woke up with the corn song stuck in their head for the third morning in a row. Whatever version has a hold on you, you're not alone. I see you. I am you. We're going through this together. This one says, when you know all your 30-plus-year-old friends won't know anything about corn for another 2 weeks because it hasn't hit reels yet, meaning like they're going to be out of it. Like, look, all these just for that one. And then there's more. Like this guy did it. This says, imagining it's corn as your wedding entrance.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's got a nice beat to it.
See, the more you hear the song, and so all these.
I like
it's
that
just-
guy's version.
It's just funny how like this. Here's one where like this girl did a gospel.
This world, China laughs at us.
No, but see, this is like what the internet was made for. Like this is the best because it's innocent and it's fun and it's something we can all get behind.
Are they monetizing any of this?
Yeah, this kid's on Cameo now. We can pay this kid $15 to make a hi, I love corn and I love you guys. Like
All
we
right,
can.
well, but is there a way like the guy who wrote the song?
Well, yeah, that guy. I mean, if we get 1 million views on a TikTok, we'll make like $100. He has 51 million views on that TikTok, just on that one. You also know the Chrissy Wake Up. If you heard the Chrissy Wake Up
No.
song, that's his too.
No.
You know Chrissy Wake Up?
No, I don't go in any of this, Brian.
I mean, that's old Chrissy Wake Up, but from that has 20 million views from whatever it's called.
Someone's here.
From
I gotta-
Stranger
yeah.
Things. Remember Stranger Things when?
Oh, yeah.
And so
Well,
he just did this. He
Made
said,
them
I made an alarm clock for all the Chrissies.
alarm for all the Chrissies and Crises.
Chrissy, wake up! I don't
And so that like a month ago, that song was even bigger than Corn. Like that song was huge. Like if I go to this, there are only 46,000.
People need to get a life.
But just the Corn thing, it's a great thing that's going on, and I want to because sometimes when there's a big trending thing on TikTok, I show you.
That's crazy.
We just got to listen to the original song once more.
I really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's corn. A big corn that knobs. It has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's corn. I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. When I try to do I do anything in. For me.
That's that.
And that young kid just does it on his little piano.
He's my age. The
Unbelievable.
Guy. Yeah. I guess if we don't have we'll do a follow advice next week.
This world's crazy. We got to do a quick follow advice.
I don't have a quick one.
Oh, you don't have one?
No, I mean I have ones, but not any quick one. They're always minimum 7 minutes or so.
We got to do.
It's fine. We'll get to it next week.
We can do it now. He'll wait.
I'm dripping sweat. I honestly got to get out of here. I got to take a shower. This shirt's
really?
ruined. Oh, you have no idea.
Why?
Look at this.
You got to get a wipe and wipe that shit.
Yeah, these shorts are.
I'm fine. That's terrible.
The shorts are literally
what is
wet.
going on here?
I don't know. Look at that.
Yeah, that's not normal.
My whole back is drenched. Look.
All right. Wow.
Am I feverish or something?
I don't know. You think?
Look at this. All right.
All right. So we're good. No follow advice
next week.
All right. Sorry to let you guys down. Love you, Bronny.
Love you
Thanks,
too.
everybody. Talk to you soon. You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.